Hi, it's been a while, hasn't it? I'm back with a new painting and a new story to share with you. I've actually written for this one, which is something that I haven't done for a really long time, and the notes for that writing will be at my website. I've called this painting Bandit, and these 5 little guys have a story. They've taught me a few things as I painted them and as I've mulled over the concepts that I chose to explore in this painting. There's lots of symbolism in there, and I'll explain my colour choices and why they came to be and what they're all about. So come with me and we'll have a walk through, and I'll talk you through them. The basic premise of this painting is all about communication and connection with others, and sometimes with ourselves, I suppose, as well. And the colour choices and the symbolism in there reflect my thoughts that I had as I was painting the piece about that subject matter. So you can see when we look at the characters in the painting that they're all quite distinct, but they all have this little line that runs down the centre of their face. And I put that there because I was thinking about the different parts that we have in ourselves. Some of those parts are just private, I suppose. We keep a lot of things to ourselves, and some of them we share. And so we have can still have a cohesive self, but it's certainly a divided self. Maybe parts that are a bit more protected than others, parts that are more obvious to others, and the things that we choose to share, and other things we choose to keep to ourselves. I gave all the characters a little pair of ears because I think that I suppose it's obvious really, one of the most important parts of a relationship and building trust and communication is being able to listen, and being able to stop thinking about ourselves and think about the other people that we interact with. And so a lot of my characters in my paintings have animal ears on them, and I think it's that idea is quite pervasive throughout my paintings, that learning to listen to yourself and the internal voice that you have, and learning to listen and listen to other people that we trust and respect as a way of learning more about ourselves and growing through that. Gathering of information is really, really vital. So they all have ears. I've chosen the colours quite deliberately, and I've looked to nature for my colour palette, because when I think about when I look around in the environment and the bush that I live in, it's a really raw and honest type of environment. There's no real hiding or deceptiveness, and so I was thinking about the greens and the ochres, the blue of the sky, and the sandy neutral colour also as part of nature, the colour of skin, which to me reflects the colour of openness and vulnerability, and a willingness to bear or to lay open things that may make us vulnerable. And so that really naked colour, I suppose, dominates the background. And then I chose a blue, like a steely dark blue, for the top, and that made me think, when I was choosing that colour, I was thinking about the unknown parts of ourselves and the unknown parts of our relationships. And while, if you can see on the bottom, probably 2/3 of it is that open, naked, vulnerable colour. And then there's the part that is dark and unknown, yet to be discovered, yet to be experienced. And that is something that surrounds all the characters, or hovers above all the characters and sort of hugs at their heads and at their future, and something that binds them all together as well. I have them connected through their hands. I think that, the physical nature of relationships is really important, to have that physical connection. And when I put these funny little shields, and I didn't know why when I was painting, much of my painting is really intuitive, but each of them carries around their shoulder height, and a bit lower on this little girl on the left. They mean a couple of different things to me. I thought about the way in which we shield ourselves and how they look like that. Sometimes we don't let ourselves be vulnerable in relationships, and so that can be part of the way that we interact. And then they also looked to me like rainbows, and I thought about how as individuals within the relationship we can offer relief to the other part of ourselves that needs it, or to another person who might require it also. So there were, so the shield and the rainbow. And then I thought, they also just look like handles. And I thought about how we offer ourselves as something for someone else to hold on to in a time when they might need it. So that's my painting Bandit. If you have any comments or questions about it, of course I would love to hear from you. It's really interesting to see how other people interpret my work, and I know that it's a very personal thing that I invest my own thoughts and my own experience into the artwork as much as you do when you see it. I know that it's a mirror for each of our experience. So thanks for listening, and I look forward to sharing my next painting with you soon.